TV netcast.
So, Mr. Mlenga, you're on a Makawingi interview. What is your view on the conference that you came to attend, although from Zambia? What's your view on the conference yesterday, sir?
The conference was very successful. Eye-opening. I don't know which word I can use really, but it was really exciting for me to be in the midst of powerful business people. The ambassador gave a very powerful speech.
To be. Yes, Zambians are. Today is your future.
Now, if we tweak a little bit between 0 to 16, we can see that years old, we can see that.
Amakawingi presents Convert Your Networks to the Next Level of Assets Conference targeting entrepreneurs and SMEs on 30th October 2013.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I call the House to attention as His Royal Highness have a chance to speak to us. His Royal Highness will talk about the vision of the chiefdoms, where they're going, and you also talk about the governance, how chiefdoms are structured. As you discover in Zambia, there's so many provinces and districts and tribes. So each one of these, they have got their own tradition, but there's a common thread through. His Royal Highness is the chief in the Northwestern Province, Mwinilunga District, and is also the current vice chairperson for the House of Chiefs. In Zambia, every 3 years, they select chiefs who can be representing the views of the chiefs in the country. And we have a privilege that His Royal Highness has had the privilege to be the chairperson for the House of Chiefs before. I think if you have the post for 2 years, for 2 consecutive terms, you are asked to rest before you take up any other position. And I think he rested enough. Now this second round, he was already in as vice chairperson. And the chairperson is Chiefess in Commercial, whom we met that time before she came into office. The vice chairperson is His Royal Highness Chief Untambo from Mwinilunga District. So here is representing the House of Chiefs in the absence of a chairperson of the House of Chiefs. So the views that he's going to give forward will represent such a house. Well, Your Royal Highness Chief Untambo.
Thank you very much. I want to say that I'm most delighted, ladies and gentlemen, to interact with you. Start with the views of our government and the vision of our government. When our current government came into power, it looked at the development strategy for the country. It decided that for the country to go forward, the rural areas and the urban areas must both be incorporated into development plans. And who are the best people to carry out the function of developing the rural areas? Because the rural areas are under the custodianship of the chiefs. They are the chief executive officers of the chiefdoms. So all developmental matters fall under the chiefs. So it decided that the chiefs must be in the forefront in championing the development of their chiefdoms. When the House of Chiefs was officially being opened, the Honorable Minister challenged us to say we must make a change in the rural areas. And we took up the challenge very seriously. What we did was to form up some sort of an association of all the chiefs, representing all the chiefdoms in Zambia. We have formed an association called Save Rural Africa Foundation. We're in touch with our colleagues in other countries, Southern African countries like Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. What we are saying is that for chiefdoms to be viable, there should be a vehicle where the development has got to go through. So we are encouraging all the chiefdoms in Zambia to form trusts as limited companies. We are saying because all the natural resources are in the rural areas. When the trusts are formed in these chiefdoms, then the chiefdoms will look for investors. When the investors come into the chiefdoms, whether it be mining, Zambia is endowed with a lot of minerals, whether it's mining, farming, or any venture of their own interest. They will come and find that chiefdoms have already got these companies, trusts. And they want to go through the process of acquiring land or things like that. It is laborious at times. The chiefdoms will say, we have got our natural resources, we have got our land ready. All we need from you is your expertise, your machinery, and your funds. Then we meet halfway as partners. They will sit down, negotiate on the terms. Then, if the venture is viable, you'll go ahead to those partnerships. At the end of the day, when it comes to dividing the spoils, the investor will have his share, the chiefdoms will have their share also. Everybody's happy. It's a win-win situation. Yes, this is the vision of the country. So as chiefs, we are taking up the matter very seriously. We have already made a start. Some of the chiefdoms have already acquired mining rights, and they have started talking to would-be investors in mining. Not only in mining, but agriculture as well. I remember there is a chiefdom in Mbala or somewhere there. They have already partnered with some Chinese company in agriculture. So we feel this is one way of developing rural areas, instead of looking to government for everything. The government hasn't got the resources to go around the country. So this is one way of helping the government develop the country. And through that way, we feel that the country can develop faster than solely depending on the government resources. We think that government resources can supplement what is already in the chiefdoms. This is our vision. Unfortunately, we have got a recent government, and the government is encouraging that approach through our Ministry of Chiefs and Traditional Affairs.
Today I'll be speaking to one of a very special person that some of you who are members of Amakaya Wingi and have been on the platform for a long time have met. Some of you, maybe you saw her struggle. Some of you saw her succeeding. I don't know what eyes you're using. But one thing I know is that when vision is birthed, when God gives a vision, it doesn't matter what people think of you. What matters is where you're going and how to get there. I'll be doing an interview with this person, and I want you to pay closer attention. And for those who like doubting, this is the 10th year of Amakaya Wingi, forming the foundation of the organization to support the members. It looked as if we're not going nowhere. But one thing I know, when God puts His Spirit in there, for those who don't know God yet, when you say Spirit, God is a spirit, the Bible says. And they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. When God puts Himself in a human being, He works out a way to achieve everything that He wants that person to achieve. Today is an opportunity for you to invest. I'll let her speak for herself.
Wonderful conference, met a lot of people, and gained some more knowledge from what they were sharing. My presentation probably must have triggered a lot of questions, and a lot of people were interested in the product that I was sharing with them. In the food industry, what I'm doing is processing, packaging, and also being a supplier to the supermarkets. The supermarkets, for instance, you know, these chain stores that we have in Zambia, we have Pick and Pay, game stores. That's the area that I've gone into. These products, like I mentioned, is our local Zambian foods. Because what I noticed was that, you know, there was a lack of our Zambian products being sold in these supermarkets. So what I did was, you know, for instance, I'll give one example. We have this product, Ifishimu, Finkubala, that is, you know, caterpillars. You know, we buy them from the market and then package them to the, you know, to the standard of the quality and the standard that is expected in any supermarket. It's a labeled product, it's barcoded, and it's also, you know, it's got the best before, meeting the standards of the Zambia Bureau of Standards. With game stores at the moment, we only have the one store at Manda Hill in Lusaka. Pick and Pay, they have 4 stores within Lusaka, and on the Copper Belt they have 2. So at the moment with Pick and Pay, we've made an agreement and an arrangement that, you know, to start with I only do the 4 stores. But come next season, which is from September, I should be able to, you know, to supply the stores on the Copper Belt as well. I can't do it on my own. So I tried to go into the finance, you know, lenders within Zambia, of which I didn't get any success. So coming over here to the UK, I thought, okay, let me share this wonderful, you know, challenge, and I'm actually expecting investors to come in and, you know, invest into this business so that we grow together. The potential is really there, and this is, you know, to bring in all these foods which we have. And when I talk about the Zambian foods, one unique thing that is about them is that, you know, they are nutritious, they are organic, and everything is sourced locally. So what we're trying to do is, when you invest into this business, is that, you know, we meet all the demand that is out there, because there are other bigger chain stores that really actually ask me, for example, ShopRite, they did ask me, and they said, oh, their question was, are you able to meet the demand? So when you come aboard on this, into this business, we're going to work together, in which we have, we've put up 3 types of investments, and this will be, you know, to start with, we want to do like an order financing, then from there progress to becoming a shareholder, because this really is going to be a big thing whereby from supplying we will actually grow to become distributors. That is within Zambia, but the vision is even meeting the, you know, our neighbors, that is within the SADC area, and then Africa, and why not coming over to the UK as well. Amaka Yawing is helping me to coordinate, and also CTAX, which is an accounting firm, has also come on board. They're taking the role of the financial regulation, so that, you know, we start this business with that technical aspect of it. The business plan has already been prepared, and any other document that is required for the same is ready. The documents are available from CTAX and Amaka Yawing.
Now talk to those people who like doubting. What do they do after 5 years?
Well, after 5 years, they'll be wanting to come on board, but I believe by then it will be too late for them.